Alright, so we're back with another day. We're set up. Mostly, like, you can't really fully get everything set up until we can figure out exactly where we're going to drop the logs. I know it's going to be in and around this area, but I want to figure out the orientations and all that. What I'm going to do first, though, is we're going to just drop this real quick right here, and we're going to bring the claw over just so I have something to work with. Nope, wrong way. Wrong pedal. Apparently my pedal's shifted since I was recording the last episode. Alright, we're gonna grab the claw just so we can swap between the two real quick, if my depth perception will allow it. Also, I'm gonna do one other thing. Gamepad. Where is... There. Put that. There. I hope that also toggles the detach. Anyways, just kind of drop that there. There we go. I could have found that something a little more convenient, but it's fine. Alright. I don't want that to be too close, because I have to remember that the logs come out to where they pretty much will drop right under. That needs to be on. The winch needs to be on. There we go. Now, we can finally use this thing to its full capacity. And I botched the first cut. Outstanding. Do a bunch of these. Basically, we got a hill here. And then we're just going to be winching them up. Don't even need to get back into the cab there. Look how convenient this is. And if I do this right, well, obviously if I do that, that'll kill me, but you shouldn't drop any further down the valley. Oh boy. Physics do its thing. It's weird, if you start winching before it falls over, like all sorts of weird funkiness happens. It's a thing. I don't really know what goes on, but it just does. We're gonna take these and just hand process them real quick. But like, yeah. We're finally getting somewhere. That, let it fall. In reality, what you would do is cut everything, or cut a good chunk, and then winch, but, you know, why bother when we can just do both at the same time? And then once we get enough stacked up, we can go and, kind of straighten them out and move them over. and start processing them, which shouldn't be too long. Shouldn't take me that long to get enough put together for it. Yeah, we've already cleared quite a bit. And like, it goes down like fairly far. And if I do things right, should be good. One worry I'm having now that I'm seeing this in action is that it will catch another log and mess up the pile here, but I don't think that'll be as much of a problem as I think it is. I'm trying to keep these relatively clean so I can see where things are, especially once I get to sorting them and organizing them on top of there. I'm going to try to sort out like the smaller stuff, the big stuff to one side, small stuff to the other kind of thing. But the nice thing about this is like I can pretty much just go ham, stack up a huge amount of logs, and then switch over to the claw there and sort and pass over the stuff that I want to the processor. Sneaky about this. I'm gonna do a thing here. Yeah, still got chain left, yeah. Put that on there. Oh yeah, we still got a couple meters of chain. Boom, boom, boom. 3 logs. Just like that. This might not work as well if they're too far apart, but I don't think it's so much of an issue. Can I? Okay, I can't strip these without messing up the chains. No, I can't cut them, but I can strip the branches off. That's good to know. If I cut them, it thinks it's a new log or something like that, and it just goes wet. Yeah, there's no way I'd be able to log that any other way, effectively. Okay, that's a problem. Pull it up again. Keep in mind, don't cinch it too tight. It's a matter of figuring out the more one here. I'll tow this a little bit more. I'm actually going to back this up from the edge a little bit more. That should help a bit with all the weirdness. Means we won't be able to go down as far. Try to sort the pile here. Just a touch. Make sure things are playing nice. You know what? We're gonna swap to the clamshell quick and do that. I also, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I leased a new truck instead of the other one I had. This one's got a built-in log crane. It's a semi as well. So it's definitely up to the same tasks. But I picked it mainly because it's like, you never know if you're going to drop a log and do something stupid. So, the crane is a nice little thing. It saves me from having to ship out something to pick up the log off the side of the road at some point. So what we're going to do, we're going to start doing something like this. Pick the good stuff. I think I'm going to be cutting 8s. start. Just because it'll be, from what I've read and what I've heard, it seems to be the most profitable length in terms of like the sizing and the weirdness and with the lengths of the trees. It just works the best. I don't know. Everybody says cut 8s, it works out well, and so that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, man. I'm gonna get a few of these trouble ones out of the way. And yeah, there we go. Yeah, I can't cut on any longer either, unfortunately. The processor there, that Komatsu, doesn't do anything longer than 8-meter logs. So that's an issue. But then again, Gotta be a fast way of doing this properly. If it was on the other side, it'd probably be better, but whatever. You know what? I'm gonna just like free my sight lines here. That's probably the biggest thing, is they can't see right. Just get this stuff out of the way and we should be good. This is why I was hand processing the other stuff earlier. Exactly for this reason, but because I messed up, you know. Stuff happens. There we go. Come on. What the hell? On this one branch, really? Yeah. So there was a fun new little mod that came out as well. I don't know if I'm going to be using it on this. I may use it in an upcoming series. They came out with a hydraulic log splitter. Somebody did. I forget the mod author. But it was a fun little thing. You know, I wouldn't say it's very practical. You could probably find it like it's more of a fun side thing to mess around with. And in that regard, it's kind of cool. It's something that you always see videos on YouTube of people have all these weird log splitting devices on farms, you know, for firewood and stuff like that. And it's like, that's pretty cool. I'd like to see that. And they're all tractor driven and stuff. But really, they have no real practical use in farm sim, I guess. Like, yeah, I guess you could sell the firewood after splitting it, but it's like, but as I understand it, it's length and straightness of the log that really add value. And so the question in my mind is like, is splitting it actually like adjust its value somehow, or is it just for fun? Then again, that's all this is for fun. Alright, come on, we'll get this one. Come on. I might use the Massey Ferguson skid steer there might be better suited for getting this stuff lined up. What am I saying? I'm insane. This machine is perfect. But then again, like, I've already saved so much time on harvesting, so I think we're fine. We can probably pick up this whole bundle here and just plonk it over there. Or most of it. Come on. There we go. Excellent. Sit down. There we go. Here, we'll pick up these two pieces. Okay, so there's still a bit of learning to do with our little homebrew yarder here. I think the big thing is going to be figuring out a good positioning for logs and where best to do all this stuff. I don't know. We just gotta use it to figure that stuff out. Hand slip. I've got these massive blisters on my hands from working. And it's made doing this stuff a little more difficult than I would like. It's made doing a lot of stuff very painful. But had a good weekend. Should have worn gloves. Whatever. It's fine. See, what would be really cool is if I had like a winch and a grapple all in one, and just have it like grapple up and then tab into it and then pick it up out of the air out with the while it's still on the line and unhook the line. That would be a fun little piece of equipment. Totally unrealistic, but amazing. Be like the Force for trees or something. Alright, let's do a few more of these. I gotta back this up a bit more. Oh, you know what? I also have to turn on the winch. Yeah, we'll back it up. There we go. There's actually a good. There's more flat spots than I thought there would be. There's like a ridge line that leads off the back of the landing here, all the way to. Well, not all the way, but it leads. It heads directly out, and then. Oh, come on. Too heavy. Oh, it's the too heavy bug for the winch. You gotta like get in and out. Well, it's a good thing it happened on that one. So I think the next one would have probably just gone off the cliff. And I don't know if the line would have been long enough. Yeah, see, like that, if I can just keep them going like that, not like before, then we're good. Do this thing. Wonderful. Wonderful. Look at that. It just works. It just works. It's great. Boom. Get a few more. I'm kind of wondering what would be my maximum length here. According to this, I can get all the way down to about, wow, here. So if I moved it even closer, we'd be good. But like, that's significant. That's a significant amount of area. Wonder how well select cutting would work with this method. Probably decently. I don't imagine any real issues because the line doesn't have any collision. The only thing is that it might hit the bottom of the log there, might hit another tree and get hung up, but I don't know. Might have to experiment. Yeah, we'll get a few more. I know that chain, that remaining rope says like it's out of 100, but that's actually wrong. For whatever reason, it's programmed to display out of 100, even though there's actually 250. It's either 200 or 250 meters of rope. But yeah, doing good. And I think I can probably just follow this all the way back. What I'm thinking of doing is I'll do this off the sides. We'll log like this off the sides, and we'll work our way across that ridge line. And that should be, that'll give us access to plenty of area and decent working area up top. I'll just have to make sure to stump grind, but with our skid steer mulcher there, it should be good. Yeah, I want to look at it a little more, that mulcher, to see if I can get a little more movement on it. But I think that's just going to have to be how it is because of the way the skid steer joint is there. Who knows? I'm also going to see if I can adjust the attach node to better line up, because it's a little off, but not too off. Alright. Just give everything a quick bit of a haircut. Yeah, I'll do a few more. Take out another row. I don't think I'm going to do groups of trees anymore. The thing is, if you cut them down, if you cut the trees down, sort of pre-bunch them, or cut them all down, you can kind of get the bunches together, assuming they all don't just like pile at the bottom of the valley. Ideally, they wouldn't slide so bad, and they would stop fairly early. But that's again another farm sim issue. Look at this, beautiful. Yeah. So I'll have a good bunch to work with here. Eventually I would like to get something like a buncher, and I think with this kind of setup, we could definitely afford it fairly soon. It's going to be a nightmare to get up here, but and the only place it's really going to be useful is for clearing up the ridge line. I'm thinking I'll probably go with the Caterpillar one, because why not? And eventually I would also like to swap out the Komatsu processor for a fixed head one, just because it would make manipulating the logs and actually working with them a lot easier. There we go. Take a few more. I think probably these three, this one, that one and that one there, and that should be good. We'll have enough wood stacked to process for a while here. I just realized I had not reset the time. I usually drop the time acceleration down between recordings, just while I'm sorting files and stuff like that. I forgot to do that, but that, you know what, it's fine. We'll do a bit more of this. The whole like recording one day at a time was getting to be a bit much. We're just ending up with like 2 hours of footage, hour and a half of footage kind of thing, and I kind of want to bust these down a little shorter, or like be a little more focused. Whereas having them kind of constrained to one day was meaning I had to like find things to do to fill time, and that's not what I want to be doing. I just kind of want a more directed effort, which I think leads to a more concise video overall. Alright, take this one. I don't think this is one of the ones I actually said I was going to take, but whatever. I wonder how close I am to the side here. And like that, I'm dead again. My god, imagine if that was actually a thing in Farm Sim. It's like, oh, you got whacked by a pallet or a tractor or a log or something. It's like you're now dead. Farm Sim Hardcore Edition. Alright. Oh, come on. Thinking I'll probably switch the key bindings around on the fast winch and winch speeds. Because the slow winch is like whatever. I almost never use it unless I'm just slightly adjusting something. Alright. One last tree. And then we'll get to processing. Well, actually, we'll do a tiny bit of sorting first and then get to processing. Just kind of straighten up these piles. Ah, we'll take a small one. That way things line up nicely. So we took out a good chunk of hillside here, and we can't go much further. Actually, yeah, no, I can't take these trees; they're too far. Oh no, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I forgot that because I have a log on there, it says chain remaining instead of how much length is remaining. Damn. Oh well. That's good, I guess. Means I don't have to move. Yeah, so we'll just kind of straighten these out. Clean up the ends, make sure they're nice and visible. And then we'll bust out the processor and hit these piles up. I'm not going to do any loading, I'm just going to process them and all that, and I'll call it a episode there. We'll do some loading next episode, or maybe even more cutting and processing, depending on how much we have. That was the other pile. I may bring back the skidder or something. I may actually get the Massey Ferguson skidder because, well, you know, why not? I haven't used it very much, but just so to help manage the piles. Something a little faster kind of thing. Alright. Let's just give these a few bumps here and there to get these sorted out. There we go. Yeah, I also ditched the plow if anybody hadn't noticed. I thought it was a good idea, but didn't really need it. Not a big fan of using it to actually like cut up the ground. Just because, like, if I'm gonna make a road, I'm not gonna plow it. I'm gonna use the landscaping stuff there. All right, let's do that. Come on. Ooh. Not happy. Why is everything more finicky than I remember? Probably because I'm exhausted. Alright, drop that there. Let's get to work. Back this off to a safe distance. And we'll get this out. Do this first. Again, we're cutting 8s today. First time we're cutting long logs, or longer logs. I guess they're mediums technically in the grand scheme of things. But they're long for all intents and purposes here. Do your thing, game. Come on. Come on. Should do it. May have to jump back and forth a little bit to get some of these further ones here. That's fine though. Just kind of ditch these over here. I'm gonna just quickly jump in skid steer to kind of make sure things are copacetic and all lined up. I'll just use the bumper on this to line them up. I might not even use a logging fork because this has a plenty big bumper on this, and I'm not really planning on using this to load anyways. I gotta move a lot of this stuff. I gotta find a better... I gotta build a parking lot is what I have to do. Like, eventually, once I get a little further in, this will be a parking lot for equipment and stuff. For stuff that I'm not using at the moment. But until then, like, I don't know what to do. I guess I could park a lot of this stuff, a lot of the smaller stuff back further on the road there. It would probably work fine. Come on. Oh, that's right. I have that extended. Just kind of ditching the crappy wood there. Don't need any of you. Yeah, I'm noticing I'm a lot slower. 4 days out of practice. Whoa. What the hell? Okay. You do that, game. Do your thing. I should have thought this out a little better. But always forget the extension function. I'll grab this one actually. Perfect. Come on. There we go. What the hell? Hey guys, let's grab the one under it. Why not? Whatever. It worked out, right? Sorta. It's gonna be a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn this one to the right direction. There we go. Again, fixed head processor. None of this would be an issue. Well, it's a much better place to put the crap pieces that we don't want. What the hell? Oh. I guess that was from a miscut something or whatever. Not the end of the world. Oh, come on. This is always tricky to get this lined up. I'm going to try to do here. Use the wheel to... There we go. Lining up nice. Don't like that. Not like that at all. Well, at least we got the claws here. The clamps. There we go. Please be long enough. Nope, not quite. Like literally, like 50 centimeters too long. Or too short. Come on, game. There we go. There we go. Whatever. Alright, and the next part, that around. Come on. Oh, I gotta flip it all the way around, the other way. Whatever. Let's get some work lights. It's still a little too dark to really see what I'm doing. Try like over here. Now a lot of this is big stuff, and yeah, I know I'm gonna have to make the truck turn, but whatever. I'm not gonna bother cutting the trying to sort with this processor. This is all going in the one pile. Sorting's really easy with the fixed head ones, because you can just be like, oh, this is a piece that I don't like, and then just find a new spot for it. But this is like, it's a nightmare. It's hard enough getting it lined up as it is. Yeah, I think the fixed head processor is going to be the next next piece of equipment we grab, and then probably a puncher for doing the next parts. Like, there's no reason I couldn't just yard it, but you know. But you know, variety, the spice of life. Come on. What the hell? There we go. Does not always like to co-op. Speaking of cooperation, just, you know, throw that into space, whatever. I wonder if maybe it's because it's not quite perpendicular or parallel to the ground, or the log or whatever. Oh, crap. Nope, I messed up. Damn it all. Just get that fixed. Come on. Get. Just get over there. There. And how many do we have left to go? 1, 2, 3. Wow. Actually getting more done than I thought I would get done. Actually just gonna quickly jump in here, fix these two while we can. I mean, like, why not? There we go. How many left? Was that 1, 2? Yeah, 3 logs left to go. All right. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be stacking them too high with this thing. This kind of setup though in multiplayer would be glorious. If you had somebody pulling the logs away from the yarder to a processor, or just kind of set up better overall. Again, I think really what I'm running into is an issue of not quite having things put together in a nice way. There we go. Last one. Stop bouncing. I don't like it when it bounces. These terrible things are coming. There we go. Alright. Last piece. And we're done. That's pretty much it. Like, we did a fair amount of clearing. Holy crap, yeah. I could have done a little better job with that, but whatever. We need to do some cleanup, obviously. But I think probably what'll end up happening is I'll probably move that pile into that, and I'll do some cleanup in the meantime. I'll probably do that off screen actually, just because it's kind of boring and mundane. But yeah, no, that's the basic idea, and it should work. And here's another thing: I wanted to walk this a bit more. So we have a good ridge line coming out quite far. And the nice thing about this is that it's got a smooth kind of grade to it, and it rounds nicely. So it shouldn't be too hard to keep this kind of idea up. Worst case scenario, I just have to pull the logs up and then pull them closer to the landing into a flatter spot. But yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I wonder how far back this goes. Also, I wonder if I'm still even on my... Oh wow, that's quite a big plot. We're pretty much at the edge, like. Ta-da! The edge. Ooh. Anyways, yeah. All right. So if you want to see more logging, we're gonna be doing some probably loading next episode, and a few trips to the mill back and forth. If you want to see some, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the little bell thing so you get notifications. And I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to check out my Twitch. Currently, I've been streaming Minecraft, which I'm getting back into now that I'm back and have back in town and have time to do it. Alright, so I'll see you guys next time, and have a good one.